Well, these surroundings look a bit more professional than where we were at Monaco with those horrible mouldy tiles and everything else. I mean, we've got plug sockets, we've got a little tactics board. It's all looking really rather lovely. Right, now we need to go and try and have a look at the squad, develop a tactic and probably buy and sell some players. So let's see how we get on as we prepare for life at Borussia Dortmund. And here we are. The breaking news, Borussia Dortmund higher heels in a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate. I have left AS Monaco to join Borussia Dortmund. I lifted the Liga and Super Eats with AS Monaco in May. Heels will face pressure to bring immediate success to Signal Iduna Park. Have they had a name change? Because I thought it was something different, but having stepped up from his previous standing to take sole charge and will need to hit the ground running. This bit here about his previous standing to take sole charge. We got that at Monaco as well, and I don't really understand what they mean. I've not shared the responsibility of anybody else. But anyway, if he is to win over those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Tony Mowbray was considered to be the favourite. That's not what it said on the job set thing, but seriously, Tony Mowbray. Is that how low their standards are? Of course they're not low, they've employed me, but he was a favourite for the job. It's unclear whether the club favoured me all along. AS Monaco will now be looking for a new manager. Let's get into the next part. Oh, I don't have an assistant. I need an assistant manager. We are rich, a transfer budget of 128.7 million. The problem we might have is getting the players we want to come to us because we're not playing Champions League football next or any European football next season. Wage budget of 3.456 million. I thought it was 3.3. That's nearly 3.5. But okay, we'll take that. Then Sebastian Kel's our director of football, 4-star reputation. Very hard to see that star rating on the background there. Media prediction is 4th. I think 4th will get us into the Champions League. Founded in 1909 and our fierce rivals are Schalke. We've won 1 Champions League, 8 Bundesligas, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup, 1 Intercontinental Cup, 6 DFB Pokals and 6 German Super Cups. Let's move on to the next part. So they go with 4-3-3. Barcola, I'm aware of. Adeyemi, I know of. Bidstrup, slightly a little bit. Schlotterbeck, yes. Not really the others. Transfer obligations. Luca Koleosho. Weren't he at Burnley last season? Luca Koleosho goes to Hoffenheim for 44.5 million. I'm assuming that 44.5 million has already been added to our bank account. And Ignace van der Bremt leaves on a free transfer to Lazio. Okay. Loan obligations. Angelo's going out on loan. Bamba. Koleosho. I thought he was leaving. Okay, so I think some of these are coming back, actually. These are the ones that are currently on loan until the loans end, is what I'm assuming. I'm a bit confused by that. Anyway, hot prospect Edgar Niederi. We'll have a look at him when we get into the game. Key player is Karim Adeyemi. Captain is Schlotterbeck. We're a very determined squad. Good to hear. Right, we already know what all that's about. We can move on to this. So they want us to play attacking football, sign German players, use the club's youth system, finish above Schalke and qualify for the Champions League. We can do all that. We'll do a pre-season media thing. And this is our squad. Okay, let's have a look first of all from positions. And, well, that's a bonus. We have 2 goalkeepers. Felix Gebhardt is our best goalkeeper, 3 stars, 29 years of age. And, yeah, he looks pretty decent, to be fair. He'll probably do for now. Then Alban Lafont is our backup goalkeeper, who's reasonable enough as a backup, I suppose. What's the age profile of this squad? So we don't have anyone under the age of 20 in our first team squad. We have a reasonable age profile, to be fair. We've only got 4 players over the age of 30 and 3 players that are 30. Angelo Stiller looks like our best player. He can do the deep line playmaker role there, or he can do it a little bit further forward. I don't tend to have a deep line playmaker in my tactic. I tend to have that as a anchor, which he apparently can do. And then I tend to have an advanced playmaker or a Mazzala That's what we were doing at Monaco anyway, and I kind of want to implement the same tactic. It reckons he can do both. I'd probably say he's going to be an advanced playmaker more. He's very good at first touch passing, composure, concentration, vision, stamina. I mean, he is a very good player. He's 30 years old, which is a bit of a concern. But yeah, let's go back to position. So we've got a right back there that's up to 3-star. Amadou Hadara, that I would actually, maybe not. I was going to say I'd have him as an anchor, but he doesn't look particularly good for that. What else can he do? He can do an advanced playmaker. 33 years old. I don't really want him, to be honest. What is he as a right back? Just 2 stars as a right back. Yeah, I don't think I want him. This guy is out on loan with a transfer. I think that's the guy that's going to Lazio, isn't it? Yeah, on loan at Lazio. Joining permanently on the 1st of July. Then Pascal Struijk can play on the left-hand side, but also centre back, 6'3", 16 for heading, 15 for jumping reach. I think we know who our man on the corners might well be. 31 years old. I mean, I'm trying not to be ageist. Schlotterback as well. I mean, I really want him at centre back. I don't want him out as a left back. He can do the inverted, but I don't really do inverted. He's not got the crossing for my liking. He's aggressive, he's brave, he's determined, good jumping reach, strength, work rate, passing, tackling. Yeah, I mean, he's got left-sided ball-playing defender written all over him, really, hasn't he? Which does mean that this guy here could potentially, well, he could be backup, I suppose. Alex Vale, yeah, we'll go with Valley. I mean, he looks good enough for my left wing back position. We'd have him on support. He's 2.5 stars, but he's got decent attributes for it. He can cross a ball as well. Got another left back here. We've got Matteo Nico that plays on the right, can do the left. He's got substitute written all over him. So I think we know who our substitute defender is going to be. Then Samson Dyke, very good player, can play as the inside forward, or he can play as the wing back on attack. I mean, his physicals are incredible. I might use him as a wing back on attack, you know. That's going to be interesting to see what I do with him. He's got a valuation of up to 100 million. Noah Baumgartner, that's a different Baumgartner from the one I know in real life. He's got really good technique, really good vision, really good flair. He wants to be an advanced playmaker or a Mazzala. I think what we might do with him already is train him as a Mezzala that we have on support, because he does need to improve some of it. I mean, the dribbling needs to improve, the long shots needs to improve, tackling needs to improve. The rest of it is not bad at already. So I think we can probably do that for him. Then who else have we got? Bradley Barcola, like I said, I know about him. He can play on the left-hand side as an inside forward. Really good acceleration. I'm sure when I last saw him this season or last season, he was at PSG. Yeah, in real life. Yeah, PSG in real life, he would be there. So I thought that was where I did see it. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the tactics screen. Let's have a look at our finances. We've got 149 million in the bank. We've got 128.7 million transfer budget, as we know, and we've got 210,000 pound left to spend in the wage budget. Our squad size at the moment, in terms of its actual size, if we scroll down, I mean, that is a big squad, to be fair. 32 people. Oh my days. Okay, I might need to use the squad planner, because we need to trim this quite a bit, I would say. I mean, bear in mind, there are players in here that, like this guy here, he's going to be leaving. Samuel Bamba is on loan at Nottingham Forest. Not really good enough. I don't know why we've got him here. Luca Koleosho, he's 26 and played both wings. Depending on what else we've got here, he's joining Hoffenheim. That's okay. He's going anyway. So that's two that's definitely going. Giovanni Quenda is on loan at Fenerbahce. He can play both wings. He's got pace and acceleration about him. He can cross a ball. I don't think he's ever really going to be good enough for us. I think we need to get a shot of him. Karen Canate, I do want to keep. I've had him, I think actually, funnily enough, I think I had him on my Manchester United rebuild. And he is actually a decent player. He's very quick, good finishing, good determination, bravery, strong. Yeah, I've got him listed in my head anyway as being my first choice striker, which could upset Adeyemi. But then again, if Bradley Barcola is he leaving? Why have I got it in my head that Barcola's leaving? No, he's not. Right. Adeyemi, what are we going to do with you? Don't know. Giovanni Reina, I know about from real life as well. I think he's a player that's unhappy, actually, and he's actually looking for a way out of the club. Yeah, feels it's time to move on for a new challenge. So he may actually get his wish on that, because I don't think we really need him. Right, let me have a good look at this squad at my own pace. Let me come up with a tactic and work out what players I want to keep and what players I don't. And then I'll come back and we can then have a look at players to potentially bring in. Okay, so I've basically just redone my tactic from Monaco. 4-3-3, vertical tiki-taka. I can't remember if we was playing vertical tiki-taka or normal tiki-taka. But we've gone for the vertical tiki-taka. All the same positions. We've got the wing backs, one on attack, one on support, with the inside forward in front of them on the opposite instruction. So attack here, support there, support here, attack there. Advance forward on attack. Mazzala, advanced playmaker, anchor, two ball-playing defenders and a sweeper keeper. I've put in the 11 that I feel is the strongest 11 for this tactic. I actually don't think it's a bad 11. There's obvious improvements could be added. Left back, anchor, the Mazzala role, maybe out wide as well. But that's not as much of a strain. The strain really for the out wide positions is more in support. The players I've got on the bench are the players that I am happy can provide backup to these players. And then these players here, which are what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players down here are players that I don't feel can add anything to us. A lot of them are already leaving, like Van der Bremt will be leaving, he's got a transfer arranged. Jamie Bino Gittens does have a transfer arranged as well, as does Angelo. And the others like Jordan, Arno, Matteo Niku and all that sort of stuff, we will aim to get out if we can. If we can't, we'll drop them into our under 21s or our B team, whatever we've got. And yeah, so that kind of looks promising for a tactic. We are also training a 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress German type tactic. Let's have a look at a dev set, because I've not been in here yet. We have a strong under 19 squad apparently, and an average Borussia Dortmund 2 team. So, I mean, if that's the best we've got, then, and they're first team candidates, then I think we're in trouble. So let's have a look at our under 19s. Filter it by potential. So we've got a striker here that's on a youth contract. He's 16 years old, 4-star, 3 to 4-star potential. This guy here is a right back, 17 years old, Renzo Drago. I mean, he looks pretty good now, actually, to be fair to him. He's someone that I probably wouldn't have a problem bringing into the first team, to be quite honest. Then we've got this guy here that wants to be in midfield. I mean, to be honest, there's not a great deal in there, is there? Let's have a look at our second team. In terms of potential, this is what we've got. We've got a goalkeeper that's got no gold star ratings, which is a bit of a concern. Our best option is Unai Gunay, a left back. I mean, as a squad player potentially. Pierre Rutten, who is not able to really do anything that we want him to do. He might be able to play on the left-hand side, but yeah, I think we've got quite a bit of trash in our dev centre. If we have a look at the dynamics, I haven't shown you that yet. The managerial support is average, but in red. Club atmosphere is average. Team cohesion's good. And yeah, we need to try and sort some of these players out. What I'm hoping with the likes of Schlotterbeck, Bidstrup, Struick, them three, potentially Rayner as well. I mean, Rayner, we are looking at potentially getting shot of, but Schlotterbeck, Bidstrup and Struick, if they come to me wanting Champions League football, I might just promise them that they're going to get it next season because we're going to qualify for it. I know that's a risk because if we don't, it could cause mayhem. But I think we have a better chance of doing it if we can keep them players around. Bearing in mind, Schlotterbeck and Struick are our actual first choice central defensive pairing. For anyone that's wondering, I have been to Monaco and I have requested scout reports on a few players. If we go and have a look at them, is it going to show me? I thought it might show me most recent searches, but let's have a look at Monaco. And yep, there they are. So with Monaco, the players I've requested scout reports on, if we filter it by position, might be easier. Antoine Marie, I've requested a scout report on him, as well as Carnevale, Espinoza. Where is he? And Cordoba, and obviously Erez Levi as well. Oh, and Stefan Rousseau. I've not requested one on Desiree Doué, which seems to be a bit of a mistake on my part, so I'll request that one now. I will just show you the supporter profile as well if we can find it, if we haven't gone too far ahead. Let's have a look on here. Supporter. There you go, the support profile. So we've got 9% is hardcore, 35% is core, 23% is family, 15% is weather, 3% is corporate, and 15% is casual. The supporters have a low influence on the board. There's 19 million social media followers and 55,757 supporters on the season ticket holders. And we have nearly 100,000 on the waiting list as well. Just want to check what, oh yeah, so it's a Signal Iduna. I'm sure this used to be called something else. If you know what it used to be called, let me know in the comments. But I'm sure it was something like the Wolfelisten Stadion or something like that. Something beginning with W anyway. But they are obviously known as the Yellow Wall by a lot of people. Staffing wise, I don't know what's happened with our goalkeeping, but we've got one goalkeeping coach. So I've gone out to get more. We are top of the class for goalkeeper handling and goalkeeper distribution, but we're 14th for goalkeeper shot stopping. I don't know how we manage that with just one goalkeeping coach. I say we've only got one goalkeeping coach. In fact, is it this guy here, Philip Lau? Yeah, so he's our only actual coach that we have. He's got 20 for mentals and 13 for tactical. But it kind of strikes me as though he'd be better off as either a goalkeeping coach or a scout, because he seems to be pretty good at that as well. So, yeah, that is that. One thing I also want to check while we're here is my profile, because I don't know what my attributes look like. So I'm only 2 for adaptability. I've been to Japan, I've been to France, I'm now in Germany. I mean, obviously that we'll add that to it at some point as well, but I don't know why I'm only 2 for adaptability. These don't seem to have gone up since I've got my Continental Pro license, and I would like to think that parts of it would go up as you go through your career, especially the adaptability. That's the whole point of doing the Unemployed Journeyman, is that you can travel around the world and your adaptability increases as you travel, surely. But yeah, right, we have also set up some scouting reports. So these ones were already put on here. I've added the contract expiring, the bargains and the Wonder Kids. We'll see what comes through on that. I'm waiting for the 1st of July to tick around, so we haven't really gone very far at all. Once that ticks around, some of these players down here would have left, and we'll have a much better idea. We've got 145 million now as a transfer budget, so it's going up all the time. So yeah, I'll come back to you when I've got a bit more news. Okay, so we've got scout reports back from our players at Monaco that I'd be interested in, and basically none of them are really that interested in coming here. So Erez Levi, our 20-year-old wonder kid who I absolutely adore, he's extremely doubtful about coming here. I might actually put in an offer for him just to see if I can persuade him, because his value is pretty low, and if we do add-ons and instalments and things like that, I think we can get Monaco to accept an offer. He wants 115 to 155,000 pound a week, which I don't know what that's like in context of our squad. Well, in actual fact, it's pretty reasonable in context of our squad. Then we've got Antoine Marie, who also is extremely doubtful. Carnevale is extremely doubtful. He's definitely someone I would have wanted to have brought in because we do need someone on that left-hand side. Espinosa has no interest at all. Cordoba is extremely doubtful. Rousseau is interested. The only downside I had to Rousseau is he can only really play on the right-hand side or up top. He can't play on the left-hand side, which is one reason why I wanted Cordoba. Desiree Douy is extremely doubtful as well. But let's have a little chat to the agent, shall we? We're interested. He has his doubts though, so I'm not going to get... Okay, so it's not a no. There is a possibility. 42 to 52 million. Right, let's put in an offer that we're going to have to match around the 52 million pound mark. So if we go £25 now, £25 million now, then do 3 12 monthly instalments of 27 million. We say 28. They want that added in, and that is it. So 40% of the profit of the next sale. I'm going to accept that and see if we can get Erez Levi here. The next one I'm going to go for, and it probably will be the only one, is this guy here, Giacomo Carnevale. We know what he can do. He's really not too encouraged by the idea though. Okay, let's see. I mean, obviously getting the club to accept an offer is one thing. Right, so let's say 25 million for him as well. Let's go in on instalments. We'll do another 30 million in instalments. And then if we do, after 50 league appearances, we'll give another 15 million. And then after 50 league goals, can't see him ever getting that, but you never know. So that's a total of 85 million. And we'll do a percentage of profit 40%. So they've changed that. They want it up to a value of 120 million. I don't think so. Right, let's take that off. That's 105 million. Take that down to 30. So that's 98 million. They want 50% as well from the profit of the next sale. Okay, they've accepted that. So 30 million up front, 50 million in instalments, 18 million after 50 league games. So they're the two really that I want. I would love to have Mr. Douy as well, because again, we know what he can do. But that at the moment, total outlay for those two, we're looking at 55 million out of 175 million. We've got the transfer budget as well, by the way. We've not sold anyone. It's just players that have naturally gone from the previous regime. I don't think we sold anyone either. Not that I can recall. So Koleosho went from the last one, so did Van der Bremt. So yeah, we've had some players go out on free transfers that were also part of the previous regime, and Angelo to PSV for 1.7 million on a loan fee. That is all part of the previous regime. So yeah, that 54 million has been added to the original transfer budget that we had. So I'll let you know how we get on with them, whether they actually accept the offer or not. We should be able to offer him a contract next up. So let's have a look, see if we've got the option to offer him a contract. There we go. So Levi first of all, I mean, let's see what he's wanting. He wants to be an important player. That's fine. You will be an important player, because Karim Kanata can also play out wide on the left and right, I believe. So it was a minimum fee release clause of 79. I'm going to take that out, take the sell-on fee out. I'm going to leave the yearly wage rise in, because I only come back every year for a new contract anyway. You've got £7.5 million signing on fee. It's for 5 years. We'll give them all of that. I think I might, let's up that to 20 and up that to 15. Lock that in as well. So he's up to his wage minus 170. Can we get him down to 150? Oh, we can. Okay, so £150,000 a week. I actually don't mind that, to be fair. We've given him a good incentive to get 15 and 20 goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Erez Levi could be joining us. Do I have any relationship with this boy as well? Surely I've got... Oh yeah, we're very close. He holds me in the highest regard as a manager. And so he should. Right, Carnevale, he's the next one. What can we get him to agree to? He wants to be a star player, not an important player. Okay, lower wage demands, less signing on fee, wage after reaching international appearances. Let's lower that to 150. The yearly wage rise, yet fair enough. Let's see what he ups it to. 135, his appearance fee's gone up as well. Let's see if we can get him down to 125. 125. Come on, Mr. Carnevale. There you go. Oh, boys and girls, if this all goes through, adding Carnevale here is going to improve us no end. Pascal Struijk, by the way, we probably are going to have to let him go. He's in the final year of his contract and he has absolutely no interest in renewing. We have had an offer from Bayern Munich for 13.5 million, rising to 17 million. So he could well be on his way out very soon. So yeah, we're going to be in the lookout for not just one, but a couple of centre-backs probably. So yeah, I'm looking at bringing in a couple of centre-backs. Who do we have here? This is one of our midfielders that we had here. Maybe a Desiree Dewey, dare I say it. But yeah, let's see how they get on and I'll let you know if they arrive or not. So Erez Levi has joined us for £53 million and he's 3 stars. He's not as highly rated with us as he was with Monaco, but that's mainly because we've got a better squad than what Monaco have got. And it doesn't take away from what we know he can do and what his attributes are. He now has a valuation of up to £108 million. Bearing in mind, we've seen him bang in 38 league goals in 49 league games in the last 2 seasons. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased to have him here. And we've also had Carnevale has joined as well. If we look at him, 3.5 stars for both, close to full potential. The board are happy with both of the signings. Again, with Carnevale, when he slots into a team, he's actually only 3 stars. But we know what he can do. We know how good he is at everything that he does. So I am delighted to have both of those here. If we look at the tactic, Carnevale's in the team, Levi's in the team, and Karim Konate, who is a striker as well. He's now relegated to being a backup striker, but he will get game time as well. We will switch him and Levi about. One of the issues I had at Monaco was I didn't have anyone I was confident enough to put in place of Erez Levi. Karim Konate, I have no such issues. So yeah, all looking good. In terms of the schedule, by the way, I haven't shown you that yet. We play a Super Cup against Bayern Munich. It is listed for the 9th of August, but we've also got a DFB Pokal first round game that we don't know who we're playing yet, scheduled for the same day. So I don't know I'm assuming the Super Cup will take priority, but I don't know. Our start to the season is Eintracht Frankfurt and Union Berlin. So what I will probably do in tomorrow's episode is show you Bayern Munich and Frankfurt. So you'll see the Super Cup and the first league game of the season. And then after that, we'll come back. I don't know, we'll sort that out at the time. But yeah, that's how things are going at the moment. In terms of competitions that we're in, by the way, we've got the Bundesliga, we've got the Friendly Cup, which apparently we've already played. The UEFA Europa League. I didn't think we was in Europe this season. Oh, okay. So if we're in the Europa League, we enter in the league phase. Oh, okay. So we are in it. So it must have been the coefficients that helped us out on that. So as we're in that, it's an opportunity to win the Europa League. Let's be honest. We're in the DFB Pokal and the German Super Cup. So plenty of competitions for us. In terms of the Bundesliga and the season preview, we are expected to finish 3rd. We were 4th originally. We are now up to 3rd. To be honest, as long as we get into the Champions League, I don't really care, but I would love to win the Bundesliga and really put Bayern Munich in their place. So yeah, I'll see you when I've got some more players or some more news. Well, we've signed a centre-back. We've gone back to Monaco as well. It's Maxime Esteve has come in for £70 million, 20 and 20.5 I think is being paid up front. Basically, if we go to Struijk has left the club, by the way. So if we go down here and bring Esteve into our squad and move him to where he needs to be up there, it is a little bit better than what we got. And also we know what he can do. He's 3 stars all round, but value of up towards nearly 200 million. We know how good he is. The fact that he got 8 goals in all competitions last season, 6 in the league, 7.10. I mean, from Monaco's perspective, I got him in on a free and I've just bought him for 70 million. So they've done a pretty good job out of that, really, haven't they? I mean, if we go to our transfer screen, there are some players that have gone out, by the way. Jordan Arnoux has gone to Standard Liège for 3.1 million. Pascal Struijk has gone to Barcelona for 13.5, rising to 17. And Zlagian Zdradovski has gone to VfB Stuttgart for 1.1 million. But we've basically given Monaco £203 million. I mean, that's madness, really, isn't it? When you look at Carnevale, we got him for 20 million from Roma, and now they've sold him on a season later for a £60 million profit. Erez Levi came in for 3 million and has been sold for 53 million 2 seasons later. And then Esteve, like I say, on a free, has now been sold for 70 million. So all round, I've done them some decent business, and they're players we genuinely do need as well. It's not like I've just thrown money at them because I feel guilty for leaving them in the lurch or anything. But yeah, £203 million on 3 new players, 2 defenders and a striker. We do still need a centre-back as well, and we also need 1 midfielder, if not 2, for me to be utterly comfortable. I've been scouring through scout reports, and it's not easy to find anyone that would fit in here, to be quite honest. I've even been through some of the German teams hitting scout player just to see what comes back. But yeah, my scouts need to do some more work. We've got 13 of them. We're only meant to have 12. Our staffing, by the way, is absolutely perfect. We're just about to hire a new physio as well, and that will take that up into the yellow to mean that we are the best in the world, or the best in the Bundesliga anyway, at all our departments, at coaching, recruitment and medical. So yeah, Esteve, just wanted to bring you up to speed on that. We'll ask Vala to welcome him. We'll register him in our squad right away so we know he's there. And Bidstrup now wants to discuss his future. We had this with Schlotterbeck just a moment ago, and I said to him that I'll let him go at the end of the season if we don't qualify for the Champions League. He was quite happy with that. So I'm going to say the same to Bidstrup as well. And he said exactly the same thing, if we all worked hard enough. So wonderful stuff. We keep both of them players. And yeah, we are, if we look at our schedule, we're only part of the way through pre-season. We've still got a long way to go until the start of the new season. I'm probably going to be recording this in a couple of stages because it's taking forever. It really is. But we are getting there. There is sign of the finish line in place. And I'll bring you back again with more news when I have it. Another new signing is in Dijon Kemiri, 27-year-old attacking midfielder, 3.5 stars for both current and potential ability. The board are quite happy with him, interested how he fares in a new and unfamiliar environment. So basically, we got him from RB Salzburg. He's already played a couple of games this season. £35.5 million he comes in for, and he will basically be an option for us for the Mazzala and attacking playmaker role. We have also got another player that we're going for, Karel Ott, who's coming in as a defensive midfielder, can play the anchor role quite well. When you look at his attributes, technique, anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, positioning, vision, all yellow attributes for us. He's got some decent physicals as well. If we need him to play a role in the advanced playmaker and Mazzala role further forward, he can, but primarily he will be in as an option for us to use in that role there as competition for Angelo Stiller, which with Kamiri and Bikus, something like that, already in the team. We do have Bidstrup, who's got an injury. He's going to be out for up to 4 months, up to 2 months now with this injury. We do have a couple of other players like, where's he gone? There you go, Farina, Giovanni Reina. We've got one of their youngsters here from the development centre we've brought in as well. That would pretty much be our spending done for the summer, unless another central defensive option come in. As you can see, you know about SV, you know now about Kamara, you know about the other guy that could come in. So it's going to take our spending towards the £300 million mark. I mean, this has been incredible. In terms of players going out, there's been more going out mainly on loan. Not really sure where we got up to last time. I know you knew about Struick. Niku has gone out on loan for £1.2 million loan fee. And then we've had one of their youngsters for 53k. Logan Davis, another one of their youngsters, for 125 grand. Amadou Hadara has gone for 2.9, rising to £3.2 million. So, yeah, we've had a bit of a clear out in the squad. We've brought in some players and we're looking quite decent. In pre-season, we've not really played anyone of much degree. We played Marseille and drew 1-1 with them, which may kind of give you a sign of where we are. We've got Bologna next in our next pre-season friendly. And then it's going to be the Super Cup against Bayern and the DFB Pokal first round against that team. Türkgücü München. That's the best you're going to get from me on that one. Both of them are away from... I don't know where this one is. Is it the Allianz Arena? Why are we playing at their ground? That seems a bit unfair for a Super Cup. But I'm not sure if in the next episode I'm going to bring you that game and the DFB Pokal, or if we're just going to do the first two games of the league season. I guess that'll be a surprise for tomorrow. But considering we are the day of Bologna, we're a week away from Bayern, I think we'll probably end the episode there, and I'll see you for the next episode tomorrow, which, like I say, will either be these two or the first two league games of the season. And I'll bring you up to speed on any more transfer business that there is to bring you. But let me know in the comments what you think of the move to Dortmund. Let me know what you think of the players we've brought in. Yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments. So I'll see you tomorrow for that one. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.